Well, I'm very fortunate to be with a national championship coach, namely Bobby Clark of our men's soccer team, but the most important player on his team, the captain, Andrew O'Malley, who scored the winning goal in that championship game in some field that outside of Chester, Philadelphia, you saw as a kid growing up, and there you are winning a title with that last-second goal.
Yeah, it's a really amazing feeling to do it in front of friends and family. It's something to do that I can't explain it. I really can't.
Bobby, you've been here how many years before you won it?
I was 30 years.
How close were you?
We've been close a few times.
Yeah.
The year before, I think we really should have won it, you know, but I don't know, we just didn't do it.
So you win it. And as soon as that gun, clock, whatever it was, goes off, what is your immediate inside reaction? Could you believe it?
I did, yeah. I believe we're going to win it every year.
Yeah.
But I'm one of these positive guys. I thought we should have won it the year before. You know, we were the #1 seed going in the year before. We got a few injuries. This guy got injured, of course, coming right down the wire, so we had to play without him. We had to play without Luke Mishu. We had a couple of guys that were missing, and I think that hurt us the year before because...
All right, Anderson, go back to when you were junior.
Sure.
And you were #1 seed, and you lose right away.
Yeah.
Did that stay in your head? And you as captain say, hey, guys, not this year. We got to get there, and we're going to win it.
Everyone held on to that feeling. Our sports psychologist, Dr. Franco, actually gave us the analogy of holding onto the thorns of the rose. So it was a good season to win a Big East championship, but everyone had those thorns in their hand all year.
Bobby, I never had a sports psychologist. I was a sports guy psychologist, and I'm sure you were the sports psychologist. So no matter what this professional person said, and he does a good job. What inspiration did you give these guys knowing that, okay, let's keep moving, we're healthy, which is always important, let's make that journey and get to that championship game?
I think there was a lot of excitement. I thought we decided, I think there's a few things went different this year. I think our fitness coach put in a completely new program over the summer. And I think it was easy to install this because we're going into the ACC. And although the Big East was a very, very strong soccer conference, the ACC is the Cadillac.
Really?
And I think that was a huge inspiration to the guys. I think we came back fitter. I think we took one game at a time. I think that was the big thing. And every game, we played by far the hardest schedule in the country. We opened with UCLA, and then we played SMU, and then we played UN. It was just one bomb, 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 bomb. And I think that was one game at a time. And I think when we got to the tournament time, we were tournament ready. We knew we could play with anyone in the country.
I think a lot of coaches make that mistake. I look at Wichita State this year going unbeaten in basketball. What really hurt them is when Creighton got out of the Missouri Valley and went into the Big East. They became a better team. Wichita State, next thing you know, they don't play anybody tough. And then here they are. They got to play Kentucky, who beats Kansas State in order to play Wichita State, and they go down to Kentucky. I love coaches like what you just said that go out pre-season and start playing the wars around the country, because not only is it going to get you mentally ready and physically ready, don't you feel that once you get through that conference, now bring on where are we going, who are we playing that first round, let's get focused.
And it doesn't matter. Through the spring season, we have a spring season. We always play nearly away games. Nearly all our games are on the road. Pre-season, 2 out of the 3 on the road, so that we don't get comfortable. We're always going to different places. It's a little bit different. And the guys, we know we can win anywhere.
There you go.
With a captain like this.
Let me tell you something. Show me the box of rings. This is the championship. Just show it to that camera.
Magic box here.
Now, you were this year's captain. Now we find out that since you were a redshirt your freshman year, you're a 5th-year senior.
Yes, sir.
And you're coming back for another captaincy to go on and win back-to-back national titles in soccer?
We are. That's the idea.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
I'm impressed. Bobby, that's got to excite you that he's back.
There's four guys are returning. 4 5th-year guys. Because they all had either through injury or something, or that they've got an extra year of...
Do you feel that now that you won it, every game you play, you're a target?
Absolutely.
Not only that,
absolutely.
There's trap games, especially in the ACC. Some team that's maybe about here, we got them this week on the road. Let's go. And all of a sudden, you guys in those trap games take a loss and you look at each other. Why weren't we ready for this one?
Can't take anybody lightly, ever. I think that's a mantra of our team, that every game is treated like a national championship. So I think for our team that won't be a problem. We'll be all mentally prepared for every single game.
As I look at Notre Dame, we talk a lot about who we are and what we are as a university. Tell me about grassroots soccer and what that does for community service with you and your team.
Grassroots soccer is an HIV. They use soccer to educate and test young Africans about HIV. So it works out of sub-Saharan Africa, so Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa. And we've adopted this as one of our charities. And we're actually going out on the 19th of May, we're going out to Zimbabwe, to Bulawayo, Zimbabwe for 3 weeks.
Good for you.
And we're going to play some games against some very good African teams. We'll also do a lot of service working with the people in the field. Actually, at the moment, there's 2 of our former players are interns working with grassroots in Bulawayo, Greg Klazura and Michael Rose. So they're actually out there, and I think it'll be great. They're setting up the whole trip, and we're going to do some service work in Africa. I coached in Africa in 1983, and actually the charity, the organization was started by Tommy, my oldest son. He's a pediatrician.
Okay.
And he's a soccer junkie. When he graduated as an undergraduate from Dartmouth, he went out and taught in Africa, in Zimbabwe for a year. And he came back, went to medical school, and he found out a lot of the kids that he had known when he was a 12-year-old. That year when I coached in Africa, the family had died of HIV.
Wow.
And this kind of got him thinking, and he came up with an idea.
That's beautiful.
And it's now his life, really.
What a great education for you guys on this team.
Absolutely.
About the real game of life. And you know, soccer's soccer. But when you make a difference in people's lives, especially with HIV, Bobby, my hat's off to you. That's a great tribute to you, your kids, and your program. And what people have got to understand, when we talk about Notre Dame, and we talk about the legends and traditions and mystiques in Notre Dame, what you're seeing and what you're hearing, this is the now generation of what Notre Dame really is. These guys win a national title. This young man, Andrew, wants to come back for another year to lead his teammates to defend that national title. But here's Coach saying, hey, Bobby Clark, we're going to Africa. For what? Let's get focused to the real world, that hopefully we find a way with this HIV so that these people can also win in the game of life. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Thank you for being a part of this.
Thanks, Digger.
Okay.